Hello everyone, welcome to week 7. I want to start off with an apology to you about getting your assignments graded. This has been a pretty tough week at my school. Our head custodian lost his adult son and having to do a lot of counseling and things with them. So I apologize for not getting it done, but it will get done, as well as caught up with the other things that need to be graded in your discussion boards too. So here's a request that you pray for the Miranda family, that God just be with them through this tough time as they've lost their adult son, and the young man had 3 children. Just keep them in your prayers. Now to get on to the week and the expectations. So for this week, there are 2 chapters that you're asked to read. That's chapter 12 and chapter 13. So looking at diversity and equity today, defining the challenge. It's interesting, this chapter is really going to hit on a lot of things that have been a challenge, that continue to be a challenge, looking at race, looking at gender equity, as well as the financial gap, socioeconomic status, and just give you an overview of all those pieces and how wide these gaps truly are. And then chapter 13 gets into how do we meet the challenge and try and conquer these different pieces with some suggestion ideas and things that are out there, as well as it's going to be interesting to hear your points of view through our discussion board. So that's the expectation of the 2 chapters to read. Pretty relevant as I think about what's going on in our own society today, and the Black Lives Matters movement, the elections that we have, and the emotions that it stirs, knowing that schools are a place to try and help students decipher some of that information. Not to get political, but to decipher the information, gain the information they need to make their own decisions. So due this week, assignment-wise, is your larger assignment, which is the literature review. Again, I know it's overall looked at as the Common Core State Standards mini-lit review, meaning that, how the question posed, how will the standards affect learning, and what is it, the integration of those standards. You also were given the opportunity to email me to say that you want to do a lit review on a different topic, which for the most part it's been approved for a majority of you that have made that choice. But the reminder again, a literature review is not an opinion piece. It is truly taking literature that you've read and stating the facts that come from that literature to form a thesis or a statement about a particular subject. So again, here, introducing or meeting the Common Core State Standards, or whatever topic is that you've selected. So just that reminder. Literature review should be about 5 pages, if not longer, with at least 5 sources included into it. A reminder again, not just a simple article, but a research article is definitely a component that you want to look at in doing that. So we've talked about the reading, we've talked about what's due, except for the other side of what's due is your discussion board. Again, it's another week of 2 discussion board questions. The first question is simply stated, who should be in charge of running the school? Should it be a federal program that's running it? Should it be a district level, state level? Should it be a site level program that's operating the schools? And again, giving your reasons why, supporting it with any background knowledge that you might have or readings that you've done. The second one gets more specifically into an exhibit item that's in chapter 13. It's exhibit item number 13.2, the cultural relevant pedagogy. Let's see if I can pull that up so you can see. But it gives the viewpoint of what cultural relevant pedagogy is, again, which is it's a pedagogy that looks at 3 key components that teachers have an understanding of and bring out in the classroom. That's the conception of themselves and others, of social relations, and of the knowledge, how each culture gains that knowledge. So this is, again, from your text, you'll read over this and then give your reflection on cultural relevant pedagogy and how you're incorporating your classroom. I think it's an extension of last week's question, but looking at this basis right here of this pedagogy. As always, that expectation is that by Thursday night, you'll have your discussion board post. By the Sunday night, you will have your reflection to 2 other classmates as well. I really do appreciate the reflection that you're giving in your post and what you're giving to your classmates. I think that we're gaining from each other quite a bit of information of how we implement our process and programs at schools. So thank you again for that. Please give me a call, text, or email if you need any support or clarification. I hope that you have a great week, and I look forward to reading your work. Thank you. Bye.